I'm gonna go ahead and just rip one of my biggest hot takes out there. And look, at the end of the day, you don't have to agree with what I have to say here. But for me, I'm sadly just one of those few people where, despite a anime show being critically acclaimed, being talked about, especially with a show I'm going to talk about today that turns 10 years old, it's a show called Erased, also known as The Town Where Only I Am Missing anime. Yeah, um, it turns 10 years old this year, and my feelings of the show unfortunately still is the same 10 years later. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like this show still. It's not good. I think this is a really overrated show. I never understood the hype surrounding it, and it's one of the few shows where I just didn't really like get into the concept per se. But I mean, the concept itself should be similar in a way where this is a show that's clearly paying homage to other big shows like Steins Gate and ReZero for its time period, right? Which are two other shows that are clearly much better, far more superior. And when you consider this like a time traveling type of anime, there are other shows and movies out there that are so much better, that tell a better story, that's like this in this genre. Hell, I can even argue that like even like for the modern day and age, like even shows like recently with Tokyo Revengers, for example, first season specifically, is doing a much better job telling us better story than this. But I digress. This show, in my view, is a show that I can at least praise upon, where the animation is really good, the voice acting is really good, the music for the show is actually really nice, and again, everything about the show is good up until the eighth episode. And this has been a moment that I've always argued about for the longest time, but everyone that's been around me has always said that no, man, just give Erase another shot. Just rewatch it. Just like like you can open your horizons. You're going to see the beauty of the show. I rewatched it recently, and I still think it sucks. It's still not good. I don't understand the hype around this to this day. I'm sorry. Like, the first eight episodes of the show does start off like a little weird, nonchalant, but also like sets the standards and the stage of what's to come, as our main protagonist has to investigate and figure out, okay, how can I save this one girl from a myriad of different mass murders to come out in the foreseeable future. And it seems that our main character Satoru is able to like puzzle it all together. But again, once we reach like the final four episodes of the show, it dives into like this weird ideology bullcrap that I just never understood even to this day. And I guess I'll just spoil why I don't like this show. The ending. I think the ending of Erase is terrible. I think it is overrated. I think that there could have been a much better outcome for this show than having this flat, stiff, just borderline like what the fuck did I just watch ending. And again, the ending, I don't think I have to spoil it for y'all, but I guess I will. Where, again, we're now taking fast forward to many years into the future, the new future after the events that Sartre has been through in his past, where he wakes up in a coma, he comes to find out he's in a hospital, he is met across like all of the everyone that you come to know throughout this series. They're all grown up, they've been waiting for Sartre to wake up from the coma, and we see that hey, a lot of these people, his friends, actually got together. And the one thing was like the main girl that he was trying to save throughout this entire show falls in love with a completely different character. And look, I get that like he was in a coma for a long time, and the main girl character could just like wait for him to wake up after all these years, right? That's fine. But as someone who remember watching the show back then, it was so painful to see that. And then when it comes to like the big twist, which again, the twist comes as like who the real villain is, who the real mass murderer is. It was so predictable from the very beginning of the show that it was honestly like given away right off the bat. Like, even for someone who just rewatched the show, I was able to instantly figure out, okay, yep, that's the murder right there. Like, come on, man! Like, for a show that tries to be so unique and so out there, I never understood why they couldn't make the twist like a really good shocking twist. And then like towards the final confrontation where it's like he confronts the killer right when the killer's about to kill Satoru once and for all, he comes out with a sad sobby story of like saying like the most depressing speech possible to stop the killer for killing him, and then he gets taken down and arrested. Roll credits, and then it ends on a weird epilogue where he sees the one girl that he used to work with at his first job from his first life, and he's like, and I guess he's thinking like, man, maybe I can start life anew, and maybe start something special with that girl that I used to know from my past life, and I don't know, man. It sucks. It's stupid. Like, look, I understand that in the past I've given some pretty bad hot takes on certain animes where I even gave it a rewatch and I was able to change my mind. But Erase is just one of the shows that unfortunately you can tell me to watch the show a million fucking times and my thoughts on the show still gonna stay the same, sadly. I just don't get it. I don't understand why the show's still praised even to this day. I get, again, at the end of the day, if you love this anime, all power to you. I'm not saying that this is like the worst anime of all time, right? But for me personally, I just can't get into this show. It's one of the few and one of the rarer like time traveling anime shows that I just can't get into. And like I said, I love time traveling anime shows. I praise the hell out of a lot of these time traveling anime shows. I even have again a movie with the girl that leads through time on my background. But I just again, this is just one of those shows I can't get into. And yeah, just wanted to rip this huge hot take. And again, I understand if people are going to hate this, it is what it is. But I just want to talk about this because it's been 10 years and I did give it a shot recently. And I can confidently say I'm just not a fan of it. Sorry. And that's it. See you on the next one. Later.